Welcome to the Fixable Back course. I'm Dr. Bachman, and we're going to be going on this adventure together. Now imagine with me for just a moment. Picture yourself being able to bend over at the waist with no problem. So you could put on your socks in the morning, you can pick up your kid, you can jump up from a chair with a smile, you could go on a jog in the neighborhood if you liked and get some fresh air and smell the grass. Maybe you meet a friend for a yoga class or go get some sun on the pickleball court. If you've had trouble with any of these things, either now or in the past, this course is designed exactly for you. And this is a first of its kind course. No one else offers this kind of instruction. And this program beats the pants off every other treatment approach I've seen. And I've seen a lot. When I say first of its kind, here's what I mean. No one else shows you why your back hurts, how to fix it, and how to keep that great feeling for the rest of your life. And there's an astonishing reason why no one else shows you these things, which we'll talk about in a second. But first, let's go over what this course is. We'll be going over, step by step, how to find out why your back is hurting, how to fix it, and how to keep that pain from coming back, all from the convenience of your home. And if you're wondering why no one else teaches you how to fix back pain, here's why. No one else knows why it happens in the first place. And if you don't know what's causing the pain, you certainly don't know how to fix it. You're just guessing. And when I say no one knows what causes back pain, I mean scientists don't know, researchers don't know, doctors don't know, physical therapists don't know, chiropractors don't know. Plenty of people will say they do, but I wouldn't be surprised if you've already been to see all those people and it didn't help, which is the case for most of the patients who come see me. They've already been everywhere and it didn't work. So when I got out of chiropractic school 23 years ago, and I wanted to follow the science, right? And give my patients the best possible care. Guess what? There was no science to follow. And if you don't believe that, well, I don't blame you. I didn't believe it either. But you'll see the proof right in front of your eyes in just a second. Now, before I show you what the experts say, first it's important to know that lots of things can cause low back pain. All the bad things you probably thought about already, like fracture, dislocation, cancer, disease, surgery, infection. There's a list, but those things are extremely rare, which is great. And the huge majority of low back pain, including the kind you probably have, isn't caused by anything scary at all. In fact, 90% of the time, doctors can't find anything wrong with you at all, which may have been your experience so far if you've already gone to see people and they said, "We can't find anything wrong." Even though you may be in horrible, excruciating, debilitating pain, there may be zero damage inside you, which is actually good. But let me say that again, and this is according to the World Health Organization. 90% of low back pain has no visible cause. In fact, doctors call it nonspecific low back pain, which just means they don't know what's causing it or how to fix it. Which is crazy because low back pain is the leading cause of disability worldwide, and it costs Americans over $50 billion a year. So this is a massive global problem that can cost folks tens or even hundreds of thousands of dollars between all the doctor's visits, missed work, drugs, surgery, therapy, disability. And this is just unacceptable in my opinion. But here's the good news. Since science couldn't figure out how to fix low back pain, I decided to figure it out for myself. And that's what this course is all about. Sharing the simple step-by-step approach that I developed and I use with all my patients here in clinic to help thousands and thousands of them break the back pain curse. And to do that, I looked in places science has ignored so far. Instead of looking at the body through a microscope, which science likes to do and which can get super complicated super fast, I decided to start looking first at just the most basic things our body needs to move well and feel good. If we're missing some of those things, it could mean our body is just more likely to hurt. And I found a very short list of things our body does need to move well and hurt less. Number one on this list, flexibility. Specifically, flexibility of your hips and legs. And by flexibility, I'm talking about how bendy you are. Like, can you touch your toes or not? Or how far can you pull heel to butt? How bendy you are is just a measure of flexibility. Now, there are a few other things on this list as well that can contribute to low back pain, which we'll talk about in this course, but tight hips and legs account for at least 80% of the back pain my patients come in with. Oh, but Dr. Bachman, I've tried stretching before and it didn't help. Or maybe it just helped for a little bit and then my pain came back afterwards. Or, but I've always been stiff. Even when I was in high school, I could never touch my toes. Yes, that was me too. I was never able to touch my toes. I just was not flexible in general when I was younger. I just assumed I was born stiff and that other people were born more bendy than me, and there was nothing I could do about it. But then I learned how to stretch properly. And I fixed my flexibility 20 years ago, and I've been nice and flexible ever since, and I only spend about 10 minutes per week on stretching now. I spent more in the beginning. Now, to maintain it super easy. The way you stretch is everything. If you're not doing the right stretch for you, or it's not aggressive enough, or if it's not held long enough, maybe you don't do it often enough, you can expect zero results. You may feel a little looser today, but then tomorrow you're right back where you started. So if this sounds like you, it's almost certainly some of these elements were missing. In this course, you'll find my most powerful stretches, the same ones I give my patients right here in clinic, and discover how quickly you can improve your flexibility. For example, no matter how stiff my patients are, how limited they are in their flexibility, in just 2 weeks of applying this program, they are shocked to see how supple and limber they are. In fact, my favorite comment is, "I feel younger." And no wonder. As we get older, we expect to get weaker. We expect to get stiffer, tire out faster, get more wobbly and fragile, right? And we just assume that's from getting older, right? But in fact, most of these symptoms are easily reversible just by improving your flexibility and a couple other things we'll talk about in this course. And being more flexible means a happy low back, which is the whole point of this course. Now, I've been in practice for 23 years. And over that time, I've had the opportunity to work with amazing patients. I mean, everyone from Olympic gold medalists to rock stars, movie stars, and that's all certainly fun. But my favorite part of my job is getting to help regular people get out of pain, get back to doing stuff they love. That's what makes me excited every morning when I come into work, is just getting to be a part of someone's recovery. It just feels good. Seeing other people feel good. Seeing their eyes light up when they realize, wow, I feel so much better, and I'd almost given up hope that my back would ever feel normal again. It's only been a day or two. So if you're in a lot of pain, or you've been hurting for a long time, it's depressing. I know from my own decade of debilitating back pain that I have. It saps your will to live. Pain is exhausting. And pain is invisible. No one else can see or touch or feel your pain. And of course, you don't want to complain about it, but it's so intrusive in your life, it's hard to keep a brave face when you're in agony. And not only that, so many of my patients have already been to tons of doctors and no one could fix them or even offer them a reason why they hurt. But let me tell you a secret. These are my favorite patients, the ones no one else can fix. I love solving the impossible problems. Well, at least the ones that other people think are impossible. And getting to share these secrets, and that's what it feels like. It feels like I get to show people things that are so simple they almost feel like magic. But getting to share these secrets and see someone start to realize that they're already feeling better just after our first session, that's what I love about my job. Now, there's one more reason I want to share these techniques with you. I've been diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. I went through chemo and radiation for a year, and then last year I had 6 surgeries and everything seemed to be going well, but then it grew back in my liver and lungs. And while I'm determined to get past this thing, and I'm confident I can, the future is a little less certain to me now than it used to be, which is why I want to share what I can with you while I can. Not to make this about me at all, but just letting you know some of my personal motivations. But enough of that. Let's get into the good stuff. Come on inside and let's see if we can get you feeling better.